Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Gemini channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Gemini. Know that energy is fluid, rules can be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I do look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why your person is doing what they're doing, why you're attracting that person into your life, how to shapeshift the energy since there's many different realities that play it at one time. Why would you want to live a reality that keeps you aggravated? No one volunteers to do that. But understand this earth that we live in is a school, right? That the earth that we live on, I should say, is a school that we learn our lessons through the people that come into our life. So when we get triggered by those people, it's an opportunity for us to heal and really to heal into what you may say. And the whole thing is that no one would be able to trigger you unless you had a spiritual blockage there to begin with. When we know who we are, people can say whatever they want to say, but it's not going to affect us because we know the truth. But if there's any inkling of any little bit of truth to what we perceive that someone is saying, it really affects us. So understand your mind can't be in two places at one time. And if you're in a good energetic space, well, guess what? Then you're a magnet to those energies because you're a magnet of whom what comes into your life. So when people come to us that are shady, it's a lot of times it's because we have a lot of unresolved trauma. Now, you may say, I don't have any unresolved trauma. My parents treated me great. Everything was great. The trauma could have happened from a previous relationship. It could have happened from any experience that made you not feel safe. So you might have gotten into a car accident. And then after that accident, you didn't trust yourself anymore because of that experience. So again, trauma plays out in many different ways. We look at the karmic themes. It's the karmic themes that continue to play out within your life, which tells you that you have unresolved trauma. And so again, we're down here to learn and to manifest, and we're supposed to be learning that there's no separation from our Creator, from the universe, and from every single person that lives on the universe. There's no separation because we all are made up of unconditional love. We're all the same, but we're all different. So again, the universal panacea, the universal magic pill is love, unconditional love. No ownership, no expectation. We tend to want to put labels on what we think that love is. And really, love just is. Like you can't explain it. You can't put it in a box. A lot of people want to put it in a box, but you can't. And we get lessons that teach us that. And no greater lesson than a karmic, past life karmic, right? Again, a person that we have this deep connection to that feels like a twin flame, but is not, just brings a lot of lessons into our life. Again, they tell us about unconditional love the best way, the right way. All right. And I thought that was a bug. All right. Let's see what the word of the video is. And you'll need that if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me. You got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. Word of the video is always on the first card that I pull out. It just tells us why everyone does what they do. When you're dealing with people that have wounds, they wear masks. So let's see what it is, Gemini. Past life. Ooh, past life. I'm gonna pull another one today. I'm feeling a little frisky. Nervousness. Oh, the tables have turned. Okay, you're in the separation from a past life karmic mate that is nervous because, they can't emotionally manipulate you anymore. They're not getting a response and they feel that ESP connection fading. The energetic cord is, they feel like, is starting to get severed. Like almost like this person is realizing they really pushed this to a point of no return. I also feel like this person tends to like self-sabotage a lot. I never know why I say what I say or how much I channel. It's like, again, it just comes out. Attachment. So I feel like this person like is actually in a relationship with somebody. And the thing is, in order for them to get out of that relationship, they would actually have to form an attachment with you. I feel like they're not happy in that connection that they're in. And they want to leave to be with you because they really truly feel that there is love. However, this person's idea of love is very codependent. They're depending on somebody. They want to leave that somebody because they're not happy and go to you where they feel that their life would be better. Again, codependency. We need to, again, have our life in a good place where we're balanced. So, and the reason why is because once this person gets what they want, what they think that they want, they won't want that anymore. There will be an emptiness and they'll do the same thing. And that's what I feel like you're seeing. And that's why you're like, oh, you're that person. You're someone that goes to people that will help rescue you. And you become everything that they want you to be, everything that they want them to be, rather. Um, so that you really fall hard for them. So you really draw attention. You really think that they're your soulmate because they're giving you everything that they have because again, they're not leaving on their own. They have nothing they have no safety net. Their safety net is you. But understand once you spend all your time and energy and building this person up, they're not going to want to be there, is what this person is showing you because they're leaving this person that poured into them. You know that they did. And so this person wanted to like play it like stubborn with you. And the reason why is because, hey, they weren't really ready to leave that person at the time. Now I feel like they don't have a choice, meaning like their situation has changed. And that's because, hey, did they give anything or did they just continually take? And obviously they continually take, which is again, now they're not so comfortable in being where they are. So now again, they're looking for an exit plan. But this person was prideful with you. They burnt the bridge. They weren't guilty until now. Now they're guilty. But when you were dealing with them, that's not the case. When you were dealing with them, what you know is that this person, just kind of kept you as a secret desire, like wanted you to be like consumed in them, that wanted you to really be like swept away and caught up in your emotion with them and not really give you the time, not never really create strong roots. It's like because they just came in like broken, like, oh, like again, fragmented, like, oh, help me. So I feel like you saw that. You saw that. It's like they played their hand wrong with you. What you saw is that this person thought that they were going to be transparent after they screwed you over. So they were hoping that you were going to get so caught up in your emotion that they came back, that again swept you off your feet because, hey, they really have these feelings. But again, they didn't create strong roots with you at all, which is why they would have to like come in like a whirlwind and confuse you because that's what would happen. You would get confused and your life would then go into crisis because this person again they're fragmented shards of lead. Past trauma leaves scars and they haven't taken the time to heal themselves. They're broken, they're shattered. So their way is again not to like fix their issue. Their way is to run to somebody else because they're not happy and they're not going to tell you everything. There are going to be a lot of hidden intentions in there because no one's coming in excuse me, no one's coming in to someone's life and saying, hey, look at all my problems. Look at how, everybody is against me. Look at how I have no money now. Look at how no one's, no, that this person's concealing that. They want to come in and whisk you away with romance, passion. This is but again, but hiding what's going on and understand that the whole time this person was connected to somebody else and they weren't really ready to leave at that time and didn't care how you felt. But they kept saying that they were leaving. I'm leaving, I'm leaving, I'm leaving. And what you knew is that they were never leaving. Their situation changed where that person that was giving is no longer. So it's like they're not happy in their life. They don't have a life. They're miserable. And so, of course, now they're like, oh, well, now I'm going to look and see how I treated you. Now I'm going to really take a look after I did all this, though, to you and act like I really didn't do anything, you know? And so I think the world of you again, yeah, because they see the difference. They see the difference between you and that karmic. They see that you were genuine. I feel like, hey, their relationship wasn't working for a long time, but hey, they were comfortable. They were comfortable in the financial aspect. They were comfortable. Now they're not comfortable because this karmic is saying, well, I'm not going to give you anything. And if anything, I own everything now. So this person really doesn't have anything to offer. So they would have to come in and sweep you off the feet and then just leave out the fact that they don't have anything. And so again, they person that wishes they could take it all back. They wish that they treated you differently, but they burnt the bridge. And that's the thing. It's like now they're gonna say they feel empty without you. Well, again, you were genuine, you were real. This person kept saying that they were leaving. They kept saying that they didn't care. They weren't 100% honest with that. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Now their situation changed. So now they're like, oh, well, I really have feelings for you and I feel horrible for treating you that way. But it's like, and you were always a person that there was a connection. There's always been a connection because they can still feel you. So that's what bothers them too. They never thought that they would be thinking about you now. So it's again, they burnt that bridge, but now they're reminiscing. They never thought that they were going to reminisce on this or miss you. But this person abandons people to make themselves feel important because they're connected to somebody that the whole relationship was a sham. It's like they didn't really want to be there. They were right with that. But they weren't going to leave the comfortability of their environment. And they never saw that happening. Now that it's happened, well, again, they know that they've ruined everything because the whole time there was a third party. So they know what they did. And they know that you know what they did. So there's a sense that you really can't like unsee them the way that you saw them. So what they're doing, let's see what they're doing. Or what they're going to do is like, again, this person, I feel like, first of all, it's like they have major trust issues. They're in a place of fear because, again, even though they have feelings for you, there's a sense of, I don't know whether or not you would stay with me. And it's almost like like the old habit of staying with what's familiar, even though what's familiar is keeping this person stagnant. And at this point, they're not happy. They don't have anything. This karmic has cut them off completely because they realize, hey, you've been using me for my resources. It's like it's creating the illusion, that the illusion is becoming shattered, this person. So what are they doing? They're not, I hate to say it, but they're not really doing anything. They're trying to escape it because when they think about it, they're paranoid. So there really is no balance in this person's life. It's like they're living karma. It's like they're stuck in a situation. They're majorly stressed out. Again, in a place of victimization, which many people that are alcoholics or drug addicts or people that escape, like I said, I feel like that's the problem. That this karmic is like has full control. So I don't know whether or not your person for a long time was cheating or talking to other people, and you just happen to be one of those people. So they never thought that they were going to have actual feelings for you. And now, after everything, they see that you are a genuine person. They really see who you are. And they're like really want to be with you, but it's like partially it's because of their situation. And so um, it's almost like a lot of trauma. Just this person continues to create to live in their trauma, is especially if they're avoiding it. It's like they really need to do the inner child healing. Otherwise, they're always going to feel inadequacy and they're really going to bring you just nothing in a relationship. You're going to feel empty because they can't even, they're not in a place where they're healthy, so they can't give you anything. And money matters is the issue because that's what that karmic has over them. It's like just cut them off. So it's almost like this person is like, how would I be able to come in and fix? They can't come in and buy you. They have nothing. And so there's a sense of might as well just stay put, especially since they treated you the way that they treated you. Not saying that's better anyway, because this person would probably come in, try and buy you and give you everything, and then that would never last. They would just do it to get you back. And then, the trained behavior is what it is. Is that this person, you know, has made a life out of doing this. This is their karma. It's not yours. And so we have to say, like, why did you attract this person? Because in the end, it's like they're, hiding and suppressing their feelings. It's not like they never, but it's not going to happen. And thank God it's created like a lot of distance. They created a lot of distance, and I think that they thought that the distance would trigger you to make you react. And what it did was it just made you stronger in realizing that this is not your person. We have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? Because you're a mirror of whom what comes into your life, right? So we're going to pull six cards, and we have 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so those cards are optimism. I can't really like it. Rage, physical touch, nurturing, discipline, and support, right? That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I feel like, listen, like I feel like you were somebody that was someone that needed emotional support because physical touch is connected to the emotional support. When someone holds us, when someone is nurturing to us, and I don't feel like you had that. I do feel like your parents loved you, but I don't feel like they were like warm and fuzzy and nurturing. And I feel like you're someone that needed it. And if anything, there was someone that was angry a lot, and I feel like you also needed that love. And it used to make you mad that you felt like you didn't have the support. Made you feel like, why don't I have it? Why don't you act the way that other parents act? Why don't you again nurture me and love me and care for me? And because there was no support in that area, you kind of thought, well, I'll get it outside of me, where you went shopping and you see this woman is shopping, okay, and she's buying shoes and just fashion, and she's trying to make herself feel better with outside things, right? um but then what's happening is that you're not disciplining. You're not, if you're getting your happiness outside through shopping and eating and other relationships, you're not creating yourself, you're not disciplining yourself. So again, growing up in an environment where emotionally your needs weren't met, you were like, well, I'm going to get those needs met the way that I need to get them met. And that's to fill myself with outside things, which again, we only have so much energy again, and when we're buying stuff and holding on to stuff that we no longer need or utilize, well, it means that we're wasting, when really you're an energy being and energy is supposed to flow, and we're not supposed to get caught up in outside things. We need to become disciplined enough to create ourselves, consistent enough to create ourselves. So you weren't, because emotionally you didn't, you needed the nurturing of hey, you can do it. Hey, you're fabulous. Hey, it's gonna work out. Children need that. Otherwise they were insecure, and if your parents weren't nurturing, like if anything, they were angry and could not or be perceived as angry because they were really strict, because they focused more on the work and grades, and not really your dreams and promoting your dreams or things that you wanted to explore. You weren't encouraged to explore anything. You were, just expected to like go to school and get good grades, and yeah, you can have some friends, of course, and it would be normal, but nothing to really fulfill you, because true fulfillment comes from the co-creation process with our creator, when we are again becoming the expression of love by giving and receiving of love through our free will. That's not someone was telling you. You'll go to school, and then after school you will go to tutoring class, and then you will take this sport, and then you will do this, and or really swayed because it was their perception of what would make you successful. But you didn't get strong within yourself. That was somebody else's idea. So again, trying to then get your emotions through outside things took you further away from yourself, which then would make you not really strong within yourself, which is what this person thought. It was like, well, you're not going to be that strong, so you're just another host for me to get what I need. Yeah, and the hosts are always attractive, and I always have a connection to them, but it never really lasts. And it's because this person's shallow. It's again, and what would it do to you? You would be back in a connection with someone that emotionally would never give to you, that would never nurture you, because they don't know how to do that. They would expect you to do it for them, though. It would be one-sided. So you would relive the karma. And what it is you're like, well, I'm more fulfilled without you. I'm happier without you. It's like, and that's the thing, you went through a transformation. This person was not expecting that at all. They didn't realize that you are in your soul's calling. Again, you can't heal yourself. You know who heals you? Our creator, source, spirit. Again, the universe, God, really God, because God controls the universe by bringing you the people, the situations, and the experiences that help you change your mind and your heart about yourself, and what you can actually have. This person never saw anything like it. They were so sure of themselves. They were so sure of themselves that they're mad. That's, of course they're mad, because you're like, oh, I'd rather stand on my unshakable faith and know that the divine is a way. It's going to bring me a way where there is no way, and knows exactly what I want more than I know what I want. And in this experience, I formed a lot of resilience and perseverance, that I'm strong. Like, and it's to see yourself for who you truly are, to know yourself, so that it wouldn't matter what someone else thinks of you or how someone else treats you. You just won't feed it. You just won't entertain it. It won't, it'll bounce off of you. That's why. It's again, so you can be around real people, again, the support, and get the support, the real support, people that are going to feed you, not waste your time with some jerk that wants you to help them out, that didn't do anything for you. For you to, again, this is time for you to nurture yourself, so that you can learn how to be vulnerable. And you can be vulnerable if you're around the right people. And when you're vulnerable, that's when you form those emotional connections that are going to feed you, that you don't need anything outside of you to feed you. Is again, so you can rise above and see beyond your immediate fears to get insight. You had to go through this experience to elevate your perception of who you are. Really, it's just that simple. It's like you weren't coming from your true sense of self, and because you weren't, you would have never attracted like anything that's going to value you and love you the way that God has made you, the way that God said, the way that I intended for you to. And that's the why that experience where this person that like is the way that they are and why they came into your life because you needed to say, I'm worth a lot more than that. I'm deserving of more than that. And that's why this person is like never they because they the karmic mate, like I said, past life karmic mate, intense connection. Person could have elevated to the twin flame level. They chose not to. And because they chose not to, it's like you transform right out of their life. And they're like stuck in this energy and you're not affected. The voice of the heart. And you silence your fear in you and discover the voice of your heart. The fruit of these words guides you. And trust the song of your soul. Your intuition leads you on the path to light. So again, your intuition led you away from this person. And when you really listen to what your own heart wants. And emotionally, you want an emotional partner. You want someone to show up for you. This person has continuously showed you that they don't know how to do that. And that changed the way that you see them. And that is really what you needed to see in accepting what you're going to accept within your life. That maybe you've been accepting people for how they are, but giving too much of your time, too much of your energy, when meanwhile you need the emotional support too. So why the hell do you want to be in a one-sided relationship, even oh, they have problems in that way? They help me out in other ways. Well, it's again, no, that's not okay. You can get a friend that does all of that. It's like, but this person like uses people, and it's because they never really heal. They don't want to do the work. It's again, they check out. Everything that about them is avoidant. And if you're an anxious avoidant, but if you're an anxious, rather, someone that was abandoned, so you're anxious attachment style because you were abandoned, this is why you will continue to get an avoidant. It's because emotionally you did not get what you needed, but you cannot expect your parents or anyone else to do it. You have to do it yourself. You have to discipline yourself enough to do it instead of trying to fill yourself with outside things. Until you do that, you will continue to attract the same types of people and the same types of experiences. You have to love yourself. Be true to you. Remember, the kingdom of heaven's inside of you. Source is inside of you. God is a part of you. And when you don't honor yourself, it's like you're not honoring it. And it created you. So anything that it created, it thinks is amazing. And that you better think it's amazing too. And if you don't, you need to change your perception. That's why the situation happened. So that spirit could say, look how amazing you are. It's like you're gonna let that person treat you that way? You're gonna settle for less than what you deserve? Again, you broke the karmic cycle. Congratulations, Gemini. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.